Okay, you know what I like about the concept of gear review? Every now and then, you're going to find an item so special that it has to be used everywhere once you review it. And this sword right here, this might just be the answer to our next thing. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm going to put it up on screen. Actually, it's called the Cobalt Interplanetary Light Sword. I still have problems saying that name. But it was added on the catalog very, very recently, like a few days ago, and I was thinking, this sword looks pretty good. Why don't we review it? So, yeah, I'm gonna go to the CRT TV and see what the info is. The presentation on this sword is just fantastic. It has that sort of cyberpunk edge to it, you know, like what so many other swords try to achieve but fall flat on their faces. And this one pulls it off despite being the newest of them all, and I thought they were just going to repeat from their past mistakes. And looking at it from this angle, it's only been on sale for a few days and it's already got around 200 sales. But the price is 1,000 Robux. We'll see about that. So then, let's bring the gear into the game. Now, the raw strength of this sword is not actually that strong. It's not actually able to do that much damage on a fast basis, unless you were to do the spitty thing. But, what is the style of it? It's in a style I like to call the Blazing Sword style, because the most common sword for this is Voltron's Blazing Sword. And it has the animations from it, except it has one more animations that the others don't have, where you basically snap your arm. And that's it. But is this all to the sword? Well, no, because as I was mindlessly swinging, I found out that if you click fast enough, you have the chance to launch out a projectile. Now then, this projectile can go from not that much damage to a crap ton of damage, depending on how it hits. But it's very rare that it does a crap ton of damage, so it's kind of rare that it'll actually work. But then again, it does do a decent amount of damage, so I'll let it slide. Now, the sword speed is actually pretty good compared to some other swords. You know, if you launch out the projectile, it launches very, very quickly. I mean, not as fast as something as like the Sten gun, but if you get like a speed buff, which you probably have, and keep circling around somebody while attacking, you're very likely to get a few kills. It can be pretty cheeky when you do as well. So, I'm gonna give this a pretty high score because the speed of it, along with the animations, is unbridled, even if the raw power isn't that. Now, the item doesn't completely break when it's in R15, so I'll give them props to that. But there is one major flaw that happens in R15. The projectile can never be shot. And if you're aiming at an R15 person, it will never actually hit an R15 person. So yeah, it still works as a decent sword, it just doesn't have the projectile thing that makes it stick out from the rest. And lastly, catalog heaven viability. Compared to other swords, it's not actually that strong, and the inability to hit with the projectile on R15 people really dumbs it down. Still, if you're good enough at catalog heaven, and I am a real god with bad gears, you can still get some cheeky kills with it, but I'm still placing it low. So, after adding all the points together and then dividing them by 100, I can conclude that the final score we're looking at here... Wait, let me just reveal the board. Come on! Reveal the board! What is wrong with this video? Reveal the darn board already! Reveal the board! It keeps bouncing around and not... oh, there we go. 4.4 out of 10. Yeah, it's a good sword, but... that's really the best it can do. It's just a decent sword. It's nothing really that much to write home about. It's just one of those swords that try to break the mold by adding a little projectile, but it doesn't do it as good as it should, and ultimately it falls flat under our current leader, the Tri-Laser. So then, what are we going to be trying next? Well, I'm gonna have a long think about that so I can avoid stuff like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And here is my daily Fortnite roast. At least Roblox has some actual gameplay. In Fortnite, it's like watching paint dry.